Hey everyone, Giancarlo Veronini here at Gamescom 2010. I'm joined by Chad Greene, Senior Art Director working on Red Faction Armageddon. Now, what are we looking at here today? We just saw the demo and we saw some new weapons, some new things here. Give us a little bit of a breakdown of what we just saw.
Yeah, so what we saw was we unveiled 3 new things here today. We saw a new alien type that's a lightning ravager. And he's got ball lightning, and he uses these attacks against you. We saw a new weapon called the Singularity Cannon that literally creates a black hole in the world, sucks everything into it, destroys it, and spits it back out. And then we saw a new nanoforge ability called Shockwave that literally is a pulse of energy that puts the enemy or whatever you shoot at in a stasis and lifts it up in the air. So those are the new things that we showed here today. And we showed one of our missions, which has to do with Darius Mason escorting a group of survivors to Bastion, clearing out the aliens.
And give a little bit of background on Darius, because as we understand it, so there's going to be quite a bit of a story set up for this game in the form of a TV series.
Yeah, so Darius is the grandson of Alec Mason. So if you're familiar with the Red Faction Guerrilla title, he is the grandson, and he's continuing, we're continuing to tell the story of the Mason lineage, family lineage, and the Nanoforge and how it has a presence in the world. And there's going to be a TV series coming out next spring called Red Faction Origins that will actually be the tale of Jake Mason, who's the son of Alec Mason. So Jake ends up becoming your dad. So we're essentially going from Alec to Jake onto Darius.
Basically all the things that people really like about Red Faction, just the destruction, being able to use all these great weapons. Something that we saw in Armageddon today that was really interesting, I thought, is just how you can combine these things and kind of use them to your advantage.
Yeah, destruction has always been a huge part of the franchise, and Guerrilla did a great job of creating this destruction technology that was awesome. It was really fun to blow up buildings, and so naturally when we started Armageddon, we said, how do we give the player more abilities to blow things up, destruct it, use it for gameplay, and then like you said, use it in conjunction with Nanoforge abilities is very powerful. So now you're able to combine the techniques to really tailor your gameplay towards what you want. I mean, if you want to use a Nanoforge, great. If you want to use destruction, great. I mean, we will have targets that have to be blown up, but how the gamer chooses to put these things together gives them all kinds of ways to play the level. I think the replayability is there too for going back and saying, what happens if I use this weapon or this combination of stuff.
Let's give just a little bit of background on the story in Armageddon itself. So you're actually fighting aliens this time that have been awoken from inside the planet.
Yes, what we do, we still have man versus man conflict. There are factions on the planet that are vying for power and control of the planet on the surface underground. So you still have that, but the aliens are a new change of pace gameplay that we're introducing. Darius is essentially, or through the story, we're going to tell you how it all happened in more details, but something has awoke deep within the planet, has come up and massacred the people, and those are the aliens. And today we talked about or unveiled the Creepers and the Ravagers. So these aliens are part of this alien species. There's more to come, and we're going to be introducing more here in the next coming months, but these are the 2 we showed today, and they do provide change of pace gameplay because they leap, they jump on buildings, the way they attack you is a lot different than a human army would, where they're taking cover and hiding behind and giving squad orders. So it's nice to have both elements in the game.
And another aspect of bringing aliens into the equation is that they can actually infest buildings and things like that.
Yeah, so you learn early on that the infestation is almost like this growth that comes in and takes over the buildings. And what it's doing is it's like breaking down the materials into minerals that feed the army. So as a destruction element, it's really great because it's taken over the buildings, and you come in and you say, now I need to destroy that building, because if I don't, it's going to keep the aliens powerful, and it's going to keep them almost like charged up or something. So you want to remove that infestation, not only for the safety of yourself and the people, but it weakens the enemy. So.
And today we actually also saw a DLC game called Red Faction Battlegrounds. Can you give us a little bit of a description of what that is and how it ties into Armageddon?
Yeah, so it's actually it's going to be a title that bridges between Guerrilla and Armageddon, and it's an arcade. They have its roots. It has its roots back in the days of the Atari and all the other games where it's fast action, 4-player get in. Do you want to be 2 against 2, or has a single player element as well? But it really ties in fast vehicles and their awesome weaponry, and it's a lot of fun. It's very addictive, and we've been playing it a lot in between demos today, and we're having a lot of fun. But it is set in the time frame between Guerrilla and Armageddon.
And if you play that game, you buy it, you can unlock new content, Armageddon?
Correct. So there will be unlockable content that's available through purchase of the Battlegrounds, yes, for Armageddon. So.
Cool. And what's the release date and platforms for Red Faction Armageddon?
So Red Faction Armageddon comes out March of 2011, and it will be for the PlayStation 3, the Xbox 360, and the PC.
Cool, Chad. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for your time. Really appreciate it.
Stick to GameSpot.com for more information on Red Faction Armageddon.